Back in 2011, when I went to Harvard, I had this small aspiration. That aspiration was to do something good for the community of Asia. And one of the intention of wanting to meet with these professors was to understand what kind of challenges and opportunities do Asia face today. And by the end of the day, what we needed was the quality and well-prepared talents to really help to navigate, to tap these opportunities. I'm so delighted to be here taking this opportunity to launch the 3 books that we have been working for the past 6 months. The 3 books that we are putting out today, one of the books is called the Rethinking Asia. It's the 3rd edition with the subtitle Political and Social Change. 10 scholars from Harvard, MIT, Columbia has written up a chapter. We had about 3 to 4 months of exchange going back and forth to improve and to really dig deep into sharing, because this practice is meant to share with the readers what we have learned. It's a part of a leadership journey that we are on. And what have you learned? What can you share with the readers? Another second book is called The Next Generation Leadership. And this book was written by 22 authors coming from 9 different countries. These are the youth that have gone through the 4 weeks of our program. My aspiration, the center's aspiration, is to reach out to all 40 countries in Asia. And I think this will come soon, hopefully by 2022. That's our kind of a simple goal that we have in mind.
A successful learning experience of best practices from Harvard and Stanford University here at Sunway, attracting more than 1,000 young leaders. I invited them to set up the Asian office of the Center for Asia Leadership in Sunway University in collaboration with the Jeffrey Chia Foundation.
I came to know Samuel Kim several years ago through my affiliation with Harvard University, where I studied at the Kennedy School of Government way back in 1983. The books that came out today will certainly become a beacon of light for those young people who want to understand Asia and to want to contribute.
One of the most interesting sessions I attended was led by Mr. Kim. He told us about one of his classmates at Harvard who had seen horrors in Mumbai, where he once witnessed a baby die in her mother's arms. Millions of these cases occur simply because of the incubation of premature babies, as it's too expensive for Indian mothers. Mr. Kim's friend envisioned saving millions of babies by creating an affordable but well-functioning incubator.
What are our professional duties and responsibilities? And how should we shoulder them in our working lives? What does our ethical compass look like? These questions crept into my mind as I gazed left and right, listening to the conversations taking place in Professor Winston's first class.
A relative of mine told me of his recent experience with this issue in our village in south of Kyrgyzstan. He was approached by a group of activists from our village asking for a donation to build a second mosque. He asked them why they had instead fundraised for another school in the village. The answer was straightforward. They had already received some funding for the mosque from sponsors in one of the Gulf countries.
So much cases that I need to read up before the next day. We started out by Professor Kenneth Vincent and also Professor Matthias Ries. I was very much inspired, and by the end of the program I was kind of a new person.
My experience as a whole, I would say it is really exciting because it is a program that honestly I didn't think I would be joining quite early on, but then after encouragement from my lecturers as well as people around me, they said it's a really good program. So I decided, you know what, I will actually join it. So I gave it a shot and it turned out to be really, really fun.
It was very challenging and reflective because I had to read it through many times just to make sure I got the right words, and I had to fit everything that I've learned into a piece of paper, which is quite hard because there's so much that I could write. It also made me reflect on my past and my mistakes and what I could learn about it, and also reminded me of all the lessons that I've had during the 6 days.
Yes, I think it will. In this book that my daughter Linwei has co-authored, there are 22 authors. I think these people will give the readers an insight of what they've studied, what they've gone through in the whole seminar. And I would say there's one thing that's really stretched them to make sure that they work in a team. Then when they go to work, teamwork is important. So I would say that is a key learning for her too.
It was an amazing program. We had so much fun and a lot of learning crammed into 5 days. So it was really challenged to mentally and cerebrally keep up with the pace, but it was definitely worth it because I really felt that from Monday to Friday, I entered the program as one person on a Monday, and then by Friday, I had transformed into a completely new person.
CAL is doing with our students and our young people here today, it's helping guide them to be true leaders. And those are leaders who have a moral compass, leaders who are positive, vision-oriented, so that the decisions they make in their future support us and themselves.
Today we have got very bright young people, so wouldn't it be great that our young people not only have the head knowledge but also the heart purposes to do what is impactful for the world today. And so it's really exciting, it's really very gratifying for us to see our young students having participated in the camps that CAL has organized, come up with a book like this one that's just launched today. It's entitled Next Generation Leadership, and it is about empowering youth to shape the future of Asia. I often tease my students to say, by saying that I'm vested in their future, which is true, because young people, my life, my older years are in your hands.